now joined by TRT World's editor-at-large, Ahmet Alioğlu from Istanbul. Hi, Ahmet. So the report says coalition airstrikes have caused the most civilian casualties. They hit residential areas, markets, funerals, weddings, and even medical centers. Shocking findings there. What else did the report conclude?
Well, Aisha, the outstanding statement was there is little evidence that by any parties to minimize the casualties among the civilians. There are no clean hands in this conflict. No one is guiltier than the other. The very outstanding statement as well is the ICC, where the committee cannot identify the accountability, how these people who committed crimes that mounted to war crimes can be held accountable to what they've done. Sexual abuses, the violence against the civilians, in addition to the recruitment of the youngsters, 11 years old soldiers, what they call as soldiers, were recruited by all parties, including the government, the Saudi-led coalition and the Houthi rebels. So many things are in this report where the Saudis' first response was that they're starting to scrutinize the facts presented in this report, and the Houthi we didn't hear anything from so far.
And why is this panel reticent to apportion blame?
Well, it is very clear that the committee doesn't issue any binding decisions. What they're trying to say, they're trying to shed lights, as they were asked by the United Nations Humanitarian Council to investigate and scrutinize the violence that is going on in Yemen for the past few years. Now, so far, they have been able to visit a number of posts, to the Houthi post, as well as the government-led areas. And based on that, they've come out with this report claiming that everybody is guilty, and there is no way that this conflict can be ended unless the supporters of these main powers or main warring partner or parties find a solution to this, stop what they call the military support. You know that the United States has been supplying the Saudi-led coalition with lots of arms, as well as the United Kingdom as well. On the other hand, you have the Iranians who are supporting their proxies, the Houthi, and this is going to continue as far as these supporters continue to supply these parties.
And what happens next? Will anything come out of this report?
Well, it depends. It says that the International Criminal Court will not be the final destination because none of these parties are member to this court, so they cannot be held accountable. They cannot identify how justice can be served. And that is the big question, because civilians are there on the ground, still suffering from the ongoing war. It's not clear what kind of strategy the Saudi Arabia-led coalition has in the Yemen. And on the other hand, you have Iran, which is trying to find a way to threaten the international community, mainly their, trade lines, like what happened a couple of weeks ago when they targeted one of the oil tankers of the Saudis and trying to close the Bab el-Mandab Strait on the Red Sea, showing the international community that if you impose the sanctions, or the United States was allowed to impose the sanctions, they do have other alternatives militarily to confront these kind of sanctions.
Well, thank you very much for that there, Ahmet Alioğlu.